Basil Matthew and Subin Suresh. The opening pair for Muthoot ECC. Match officials Mr. Ganesham and Mr. Sanup Vinath. Scorer Mr. Rahul. Sunil Dalal will start the bowling operations for Malik Sports Delhi. Yes. Fantastic scenario here in SD College Ground. Scorer ready. Everything ready here. Sunil Dalal to start the bowling attack, and on strike it's Basil Matthew. Along with him, it's Subin Suresh at the non-striking end. Kick starts with a dot ball from Sunil Dalal. Off to mark the captain Basil Matthew. Team starts scoring Muthoot ECC after winning the toss. Subin the striker, beg your pardon, it's Basil Matthew the captain for strike. Striking for the first time. Shot in the air and got the distance. 1 bounce and 4. First boundary. The leading run scorer of this tournament, Basil Matthew, the skipper for Muthoot ECC, starts in style with the boundary. Fielder and the covers have a long walk straight down the ground for 4. Nicely connected, but not for ends. 5 on the scoreboard. Represented Kerala to 19, Basil Matthew. And the non-striker Subin Suresh, under 23 player. That ball beats everyone. Yes, that's the second boundary of this day. Great start and confident locking shot through the covers by the batsman Basil Matthew. He's on 8 right now. End of the over number 1. 9 without loss. Muthoot ECC. Hello. Bharatveer joins the new ball with Sunil Dalal. Bharatveer to Subin Suresh. First ball of the second over. Nicely done for one. That's the double figures on the board. Played straight to be done, not for ends. Basil Matthew on 8 and Subin Suresh 2. Collected a run. Last over went for a couple of boundaries from the spinner, Sunil Dalal. Now Bharatwir conceded just 2 from 3 balls. Oh, great shot. Wonderfully executed. That's a boundary. Runs, more runs here. And the safe accounts of Muthoot ECC. Score moves to 15. Well ball, good comeback by the bowler after conceding that boundary. Over number 2 in progress. Bharatwir with the bowling duty to bowl for the Malik Sports, Delhi. It's a boundary, fine enough. Led by 4. Never mind, it's a cheeky 4 more added. That brings up end to the over number 2. 19 on the board without loss. Muthoot ECC. Let me introduce the players lining up for Muthoot ECC Kochi. The captain Basil Matthew, under 19 player. Subin Suresh, the wicket keeper, under 23 player. Akshay Chandran, Kerala Ranji Trophy team player. Nitish Amde represented Mumbai Indians for the Indian Premier League. Srinath K, under 19. Hari Krishnan KM, under 23. Akib Fazal, under 23, Muthoot PK, under 23, NM Sharfuddin, MRF Pace Foundation, Arunam, under 25, and M. Sinan, under 19. Rohan Rawat, first change in the bowling after that 9 runs coming up first over. Let me introduce the players from Malik Sports, Delhi. Shot, lovely shot. How much will he get for that? Yes, that's the first 6 of this evening. Wonderfully executed by the captain Basil Matthew. Excellent stuff from the skipper. and takes the score to 25 straight down the ground for 6. Off the bowling from Rohan Rawat. This batsman is trying to do something early on. Intention is clear. Attacking cricket. That's what the tactics. Third over progressing. Huge 25 on the board for the Muthoot ECC. In the air again. Oh, it's gone all the way. Now the maximum. Unstoppable Basil Matthew. His invincible journey with the runs continues here in this Allepey Cup All India T20. Great batting, great shot from a great player. Captain leads from the front. A defensive shot, not for runs. Finds a gap. Nicely punched it. Yes, gone for 4. Basil Matthew again on the roll. What an over here. It's a productive one for Muthoot ECC. Struck again. Basil wanting runs, but non-striker says stay there. That's all. End of the over number 3. 35 without loss for the ECC. 16 runs from the third over. Let me introduce the players from Malik Sports Delhi. Captain Sultan Ansari. Wicket keeper Mohit Ahlawat. Along with them, Ranji Trophy Delhi team player Mohit Ahlawat. Parvez Dehia. Haryana under 23. Jitesh Chowdhury Delhi under 23. Aman Khatri Haryana under 23. Wais Ahmad Arunachal under 23. Parathvir Ranji Trophy player for Delhi. Baba Arora, new bowler. Over number 4 in progress. Warm welcome to one and all who are being gathered here. It's Allepey Cup 2019 going on in memory of Deep Bhuvaneshwaran, presented by Allepey Cricket Club and powered by Gokulam Group of Companies. Baba Arora. Batsman plays it back, not for runs. 25 for Basil Matthew. 7 for Subin Suresh. In the air. Ball was in the air for a long time, but finally two fielders converging to catch it, giving neither of them a chance and ball escaping. Batsmen come across for 2 more runs. This couple of runs takes them to 38 without loss. It's 4th over in progress. Vaibhav Arora here for the Malik Sports Delhi. Strike batsman is a skipper in form batsman Basil Matthew. Well played. Single taken. Takes the edge and gone somewhere. 1 more taken. Basil Matthew is looking really comprehensive. Every element's really working fine for that superb batsman. 40. That's runs on the board. About 10 runs per over. Really good going after compelling to bat first from the opponent captain. Dot ball to finish the over number 4. 4 bowlers being introduced. So that's it. 40 runs without loss. Muthoot ECC. Look at the partnership. 24 balls, 40 opening wicket stand. Got a good start here. Muthoot ECC. It's Malik Sports Delhi versus Muthoot ECC. The match going on. First match in the final phase. Next match will be played between Swanton CC and Vijaya Bank Bangalore, the defending champions. Bharatveer back with his bowling. Bharatveer to Subin Suresh. Over number 5 starts. Yes, that's the first moment to delight. Mohit Allepey, the wicketkeeper, done a great job at diving, and it's an awesome display of a fantastic glowmanship. Subin Suresh gets the feather straight to the wicketkeeper, and first time the breakthrough here, and it's been brought by Bharatveer for the Malik Sports Delhi. Bharatveer draws the first plate from the batting unit of Muthoot ECC. 41 for 1.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ്, പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again, the bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell, she'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ്, പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again, the bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell, she'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ്, പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Good delivery from Muthoot. Batsman sensibly let it go to the wicketkeeper. Nudging that delivery to the third man and run across for a single here, Akib Fazil. Taps the ball to the point fielder there, the captain, Basil Matthew. 46 for 1, even full over, a boundary, a wicket, an extra, everything included. One more time to go to ball to Basil Matthew. It's Muthoot. Finds the fielder there, scampering for one, and he will keep the strike. End of the over number 5, 47 for 1, Muthoot ECC against Malik Sports Delhi. Wipe over Rora and the batsman run machine for the Muthoot ECC, Basil Matthew plays it fine enough to fetch a boundary. 50 up for Muthoot ECC. 51 after 5.1. Wipe over Aurora to Basil Matthew. Oh, lovely shot! Cuts the fielder and cuts it enough and beats the man in the point region. Ball rises away straight into the score spine. Lovely shot for a cheeky boundary. Absolutely magnificent one from Basil Matthew. 2 balls, 2 boundaries. Really good construction of partnership here between these two. Wicket happened in the last over first ball, but now after that, Basil Matthew. Oh, it might be close, and look at that. Misfield, and that brings another 4. Overthrows the fielder misses. Batsman joyfully collecting those 4 runs into his account as well. 3 balls, 3 boundaries, we should say, literally. So 12 coming off the over. Things are really controlling here by the batting team of the ECC. Last over in the power play is going on. Already 59 on the card. More than 10 runs per over. Bowler White Aurora picks it back and is follow through. A dot ball finally found it. 59 for 1 with a couple of deliveries to go inside the fielding restrictions. Wipe up Aurora for Malik Sports Delhi. Driven through the offside, nicely fielded. Gets a 1 cheer by Matthew. 1 to go from the power plays, I guess. Alright, it's 60 for 1. That brings up the end to the power play overs. 6 overs gone, 60 for 1. Muthoot ECC. Great work. The captain is the troublemaker for the bowlers. He's at 42. Welcomes Sunil Dalal in his second turn. Basil Matthew gone for 4. Deep square leg fence, that's her favorite position. He loves to shot, a player's shot, and finally brings it at the boundary. Fielding restrictions are lifted. Comes down the track, good use of the feet to pick a single. Single for Akib Fazil, just regulating the strike, and strike back with Basil Matthew. Played it in the back foot, beats the infielder, but can't beat the fielder in the deep. Extra cover fielder collects and returns. By the way, a single. Well played by Akib Fazil. He's playing his part by picking singles. Good support for the captain. Punches again. He loves to play it in the back foot. Yes, that brings up the end to the over number 7. 9 runs from the over. It's 69 for 1. Muthoot ECC.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Batting from a fantastic play for Muthoot ECC. Captain leads from the front again. Whatever the face it is, never mind, Basil Matthew scores. 70 the total. Rohan Rawat bowls to Akib Fazil, and Fazil punches it back to the bowler. It's a 3rd consecutive 50 for Basil Matthew. Driven through the offside. Good shot, but a fielder exactly placed. He collects and returns to the wicketkeeper. A single for Akib Fazil. Wow, what a sweet timer of the ball he is. Basil picks another single. Edges somewhere. Finally picks a single. Yes, is it? That's an end for the captain's innings. Basil Matthew departs.
The grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on.
Kerala Akshay Chandran comes into the strike here. Sunil Dalal into Akib. Oh, nicely played. Chance for run out or nothing. Never mind, batsman safe with the one. Akib Fazil and Akshay Chandran. Ranji Trophy player for Kerala. Competed in the contest recently, a couple of weeks ago. On strike to face Sunil Dalal. Nicely driven. Off the mark in style, Akshay Chandran. Back-to-back singles. Akshay again on strike. One. Through the offside this time for the left-handed Akshay. Steers it, trying to break the third man inside the circle. But that landed as a result as dot ball.
The grain again. The bells began.
And of the over number 9, 77 for 2. ഇന്നത്തെ രണ്ടാം മത്സരത്തിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന ടീമുകൾ Swanton CC versus വിജയ ബാങ്ക് ബാംഗ്ലൂർ. നിലവിലെ ചാമ്പ്യന്മാരായ വിജയ ബാങ്ക് ബാംഗ്ലൂർ 2019 എഡിഷനിലെ
ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
രോഹൻ റാവത്ത് Wikitika got a big and crucial breakthrough of the batsman Basil Matthew. Taps the ball. How much will he get for that? That's a boundary. Backward of point. Akshay Chandran finds his first boundary of this evening. He's a Kerala Ranji Trophy player. Another player from Allepey. Rahul P is not playing today due to injury. He's a proud of Allepey. P. Rahul is not playing today, injured. Ranji Trophy താരം അക്ഷയ് ചന്ദ്രനാണ് ക്രീസിൽ. alright, it's a single. മറ്റൊരു രഞ്ജി താരം ആലപ്പുഴ സ്വദേശിയായ പി രാഹുൽ പരിക്ക് കാരണം ഈ മത്സരത്തിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്നില്ല. Cuts it in the back foot. That's a misfield. How much will he get for that? That's a boundary. Misfield gets it something on the hand there, but finally finds all the way. Again, backward a point for Akib Fazil, is it? Yes, Akib Fazil. Oh, finds a big gap. Easily executed with exquisite timing here. Akib Fazal finds it in the boundary. This one looks much better and takes the score into its 90s. One to go from the 10th over. Rohan Rawat into ball to Akib Fazal. That's the end of the 10th over. Half the way, first innings completed. 90 runs on the scoreboard with the loss of two opening batsmen. Akib Fazal here along with Akshay Chandran. 90 for 2. Bharatveer again. And strike batsman Akshay. Akshay Chandran from Kannur represented Kerala Ranji Trophy. P. Rahul not playing today due to injury. It's a big loss for the Allepey cricket lovers. Oh, finds a good and huge gap there. Boundary to start the second part of the first innings. Akshay Chandran finding a huge gap on the square greens in the executed placement was the key. Takes the score to 94, the total. Bharatveer to Akshay. Wonderfully done in the front foot. Gets a single over there. Akshay Chandran on 11. Akib Fazal on 19. Over number 11 in progress here for the batting team of the ECC. Malik spots Delhi, the fielding team, won the toss early this evening. Akib on strike. Bharatveer with a swift. Batsman trying to find some runs through the offside, but finally finds the ball landed in the gloves. Bharatveer to Akib again. Now the Jaffa. Nines will play it. Yes, they've gone all the way for 6 here. Akib Fazal got a short length delivery, and with that 6, it's 100 up for Muthoot ECC. "11 overs completed, and the over completed in style. Productive over for the batting team. 11 coming from it with a huge 6 and the last ball, and finally that's it. Akib Fazal moves to 25. Akshay Chandran will strike the first ball of the over number 12. Changing the bowling there for the first time. In comes the captain himself, Sultan Ansari, to bowl to Akshay Chandran. 12th over begins here. And the back foot cuts, finds someone there. The back foot fine. Straight to him, not for ends. Yes, comes down the track to charge the bowler. Wicket keeper Mohit Lawat done a great job again. He's a part of the second wicket right now. It's 3 down. Akshay Chandran comes down the track. A white ball, tricky one. Captain comes in and striking his very first over. One ball being bowled. The second one is a wide but stumped. And that's it. Akshay Chandran, the Killer Ranji Trophy player, is departing here. It's 1-on-1 for 3. Muthoot ECC. Yes, comes down the track to charge the bowler. Wicket keeper.
വർഷങ്ങളായി ജയിലിൽ കിടക്കല്ലേ?
ജയിലോ? അതെ സാർ, അതെ പറഞ്ഞത് ശരിയാ. നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്വർണം ജയിലിൽ നിന്ന് എടുക്കൂ, അതായത് ലോക്കറിൽ നിന്ന് എടുക്കൂ, എന്നിട്ട് അതിനെ ജോലി ചെയ്യും. അതെങ്ങനെ? ഇരട്ട ആന ചിഹ്നമുള്ള മുത്തൂട്ട് ഫൈനാൻസ്, ഇന്ത്യയിലെ നമ്പർ 1 മോസ്റ്റ് ട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ഫൈനാൻഷ്യൽ സർവീസസ് ബ്രാൻഡ്.
ചിന്താഗതി മാറ്റൂ. ലോക്കർ എന്ന ജയിലിൽ നിന്ന് സ്വർണ്ണാഭരണങ്ങൾ പുറത്തെടുക്കൂ, എന്നിട്ട് ജീവിതത്തിൽ മുന്നേറൂ. 9946901212 ൽ വിളിക്കൂ.
Began to chime, and time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the field.
One out 1 for the loss of 3 wickets. 1 out 2 for the loss of 3 wickets. Straight away on strike, Hari Krishnan. Chance for run out here. Something stupendous happened in the last ball. Chance for a catch. But finally, no damage, batsman safe. Batsman trying to fetch a quick single, but finally settles not for taking risk. 103 with Sultan Ansari with the ball for the Malik Sports Delhi. Finds the fielder there in the point, not for runs again. Akib Fazil, 21 balls, 25. Allepey's boundary. Welcome boundary here for Muthoot ECC. That brings up the end to the over from Sultan Ansari. 107 runs with 8 overs to go from the first innings. 12 overs gone, 107 for 3. Muthoot ECC against Malik Sports Delhi. Parvez Dahia comes in, an edge again from the batsman. A good single taken. Harikrishnan rotates the strike, gives it back to Akib Fazil, who is there for a long time. Good work by the fielder over there. Saving some runs, we should say. Just one for the batsman. Keeps on rotating the strike. 2 balls, 2 singles. After bowling from Parvez Dahia. Another quick single. Good cricket overall here. It's all happening in this ST College ground, Allepey. All India T20 for Allepey Cup in memory of G. Bhuvaneshwaran. Powered by Gokulam Group of Companies. Change in the length over there. And a great one from Parvez. 1-1-0. That's a score with 13th over progressing. Nicely steers the ball, runs the first one hard, chance for 2. Oh, throw was off target. By the way, batsman easily picking a double. 2 more runs brings a 5th run of the over into the account, and 112 runs for the loss of 3 wickets with 1 to go from the over number 13. Muthoot ECC. 1-1-2 for 3. And the back foot goes straight to the covers. Picks a 1 as well. Brings up the end to the over number 13. 6 runs from that over. 113 for 3 with Akib Fazal on 29 and Harikrishnan on 3. ടോസ് നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് ബാറ്റിംഗിന് ഇറങ്ങിയ മുത്തൂറ്റ് ECC ടീം 13 ഓവറുകൾ പിന്നിട്ടപ്പോൾ 113 റൺസ് 3 വിക്കറ്റ് നഷ്ടത്തിൽ Akib Fazal 29 റൺസുമായും ഹരികൃഷ്ണൻ 3 റൺസുമായുമാണ് ക്രീസിൽ. Filling team, it's Malik Sports Delhi. Sultan Ansari again, the skipper for this side, comes in to bowl to the strike batsman Akib Fazal. Start for the 14th over. Dark ball to start from Ansari. The back foot to the cow point, gets one here with right hand batsman Akib Fazal. Strike back with Hari Krishnan. And one day, fly to mid wicket. Comes down the track, straight to the mid-wicket fielder there, collects and returns, another single picked up, 117 for 3. Over number 14 is progressing. Sultan Ansari into ball to Akib Fazal. End of the 14th over with a punch in the back foot to the covers. And a single for Akib Fazal. He moves to 32. Team moves to 118 for the loss of 3 wickets. 118 for 3. Muthoot ECC. Final 6 overs left. Oh, that's easily launched it straight down the ground for 6. Akib Fazal changing the gears, looking to accelerate the scoring. He knows exactly well it's just 6 overs left from here. Wickets are in hand, 3 gone. So great work and great thinking from Akib Fazal. He moves to 38 with that lovely little 6. Parvez Dahia, fielder there in the gully. Collects by the way. By the time he lands, the batsman came across for single, so one more added. after at 6. Moving away from strike is a good tactics in cricket whatsoever. Good innings building here. Good partnership here. Stitching here between these two. Parvez Dahya into Hari Krishnan. On the back foot. Plays it to the onside. With wicket they collected. Batsman picks one more. One taken. Boundary for Rakib Fazil. Brings up the end to the 15th over. Rakib Fazil moved to 40. Team moves to 131. 3 wickets lost so far for the Muthoot ECC. 5 more big overs to come. Accelerating the score here, Rakib Fazil leading the charge. And Sultan Ansari, the captain again, into ball 2. Hari Krishnan with that boundary, so Rakib Fazil will be on strike. Hari Krishnan joins and gets into the moving buzz easily with the boundary. So both the batsmen well set. Sultan Ansari. A wicket is what captain is searching for, but Muthoot ECC looks so firm down the ground. First ball. Comes down the track, picks the vacant area. Yes, definitely. Ball will win the race. Beats the field over there. Last over ends with the boundary, and this over starts with the boundary. Successive boundaries from different batsmen. Score moves to 135 with Rakib Fazil himself on the 44 from 34. Steers the ball with someone there. Will it go for another? Yes, definitely. Umpire busy with waving the hands. 2-2 for Rakib Fazil in the form of boundaries and takes the score again closer and closer to 140. Really in a good score so far. Sultan Ansari's slow deliveries. It's a short one. Batsmen have the timing to make the room and cut it. At least a single. Leg by, says umpire. But that's an extra. Never mind. Score takes it to 140. Ansari to Hari Krishnan. One bounce to the field on the deep extra cover. Using the feet. and executes it through the deep extra cover. First bounce next to the fielder. Another single taken. Sultan Ansari. Into active puzzle. Oh, direct hit might be another story. Running into the non-striking end, running into the danger end. Active puzzle calling for a run. Hari Krishnan landed safely. A throw from the field over there. Just misses by inches. And active puzzle is safe. Hari Krishnan picks it up, and that's a one bounce over the row boundary for Hari Krishnan. Another over finishes with the boundary. Yes, that's it. 14 overs completed. 146 runs on the scoreboard for the loss of 3 wickets. Muthoot ECC. Losing the toss, never mind. They are in a solid looking position. Really good runs on the card with 4 death overs to go. Partnership of 44 from just 29 balls. Hari Krishnan is at the one end, and Akib Fazal leads the attack. Yes, an edge and got behind. Sunil Arora picks a wicket. Just a run short of half century. It's 49 for Akib Fazal. Got an edge. Wicketkeeper does a good work again. A feather and a catch. That's it. Akib Fazal departed for 49. 146 for 4.
Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on it.
Into ball tapped into the dish. Nobody moves there. What a cut. Fine enough. Just the placement. That's the key right now. Good outfield and gets the boundaries. Off the mark in style. The Mumbai Indians player British. Sunil Dalal to empty the dish. Another close one, but batsman successfully completes his single. 150 up for the team. 1-5-1 that's the score right now. Muthoot ECC. 20 balls remaining in this innings. Wanting a strong finish here, definitely. Muthoot ECC lost 4 top order wickets, but Hari Krishnan is on strike. Bowler Sunil Dalal beats him. He's trying to do something over there. Finally lands as a dot ball. In the air, catches the call there. Fielder and returns. Yes, that's it. Brings up the end to the over number 17. 1-5-2 for 4. Score moves to 152 with a loss of 4 wickets. Malik Sports Delhi versus Muthoot ECC. Muthoot ECC asking to bat first here. And scored nice looking 152 with 3 overs to go from here. IPL player from Kerala, MD Nitish for the Mumbai Indians at the batting crease here along with Hari Krishnan. Hari Krishnan will take the strike. Nitish on 5 with a boundary. From just 2 balls he scored 5 runs. Final 3 overs to go from here. Vaibhav Arora. Quicker delivery. Beats the batsman's calculation. Straight to the wicketkeeper's gloves. 18th over starts with a dot here. Vaibhav Arora for the Malik Sports Delhi. Hari Krishnan striking. Second ball, they're steering it. Collection from it's a leg by. Collection from the bowling is followed through. Another single. Never mind how the run comes. They are joyful to collect it whatsoever. Good line and length here from the bowler. Beats the batsman again. 1-5-3, that's the score with Nitish on strike. Gets a match with the bat. Where does it go? Yes, that's gone all the way. For 4. To the third man reaching inside the circle, beats him. Got the boundary. Important runs, crucial runs at the back end of the innings. 18th over in progress. Muthoot ECC really keeping the composure. Here we go again. Vaibhav Arora. Empty Nitish with this trying to pick some gap over there. Good length. That's what denied the batsman from making the contact with that ball, and finally finds it in the gloves of the wicketkeeper again. Now one more dot ball into the safe accounts of Vaibhav Arora. 18th over is progressing with 157 on the board. Took a delivery in the air for a while, couple of bounces and races away, dazzling down to the extra cow for 4. And brings up a 4 to end the over number 18 for MD Nidhi. She moves to 13, team moves to 161 for 4. And 18 overs being completed with last couple of overs remaining in the first innings. Parvez Dahia to bowl the penultimate over of the first innings. Strike batsman Hari Krishnan. Non-strike it's the dish. Wonderfully done. What a way to pick up 4 crucial runs again. It's Hari Krishnan. Welcomes the bowler back with a boundary in action. 165 for 4. Shot, lovely shot, yes, that's gone all the way down the ground. Over long off and gussing from cheer, that ball went over wide full, and Hari Krishnan shifting the gear from the first gear to the top, all in a sudden. He have an experience of 15 to 16 balls.
Shot,
and a 17
lovely shot, yes, that's gone all.
Set batsman. Parvez Dahia to Hari Krishnan, and Hari Krishnan goes big again! Yes! That's huge and out of the park for a maximum. Back-to-back sixes and 16 runs in the final last 3 deliveries. First half of the over being done, it's 16 already on the card. Hari Krishnan is going really wide, he's bursting out from the middle.
That's huge and out of the park for a maximum.
What a start for the 19th over. Gospik again, catches the call, bowler and the ball both running away, but this time fielder collects and returns back with his couple. Fine enough, he knows that fielder is inside the yards, but finally he finds 2 runs to play it. Doesn't middle it, but that effort concedes a couple by the bowler and batsman collects it. So 18 from the first 4 balls with a couple of deliveries to go from Parvez Dahia. Trying to change the pace. Something skipping. That's being called a wide. It's in the air again. Oh, much bigger and much better. Hard and outside. Oh, into the organising committee office. That's a lovely shot. Launching it like a missile. It's gone 4-6. Third six of the over, 186 with 1 ball to go. What a powerful strike from this young right-handed batsman Hari Krishnan for the Muthoot ECC. And among the highest score in this tournament so far with Parvez. Into ball to Hari Krishnan. Just in front of the fielder there. Runs hard for the 2. 27 runs of the 19th over, and that brings up the end to it. Can they go on to magical numbers of 200? Wait and watch. 19 overs gone. 188 for 4. Muthoot ECC. Look at the partnership displayed on the screen. It's 42 runs from just 16 balls. Nitish arrival turning to be a blessing here for the batting side. More than his contribution. It's all the way Hari Krishnan leading the attack at the back end. What a batsman. What a gifted batsman. 1 over to go from here. 188 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Wipe over Aurora again to complete the things over here. Into ball to the strike batsman MD Nitish. First delivery of the final over. The strike is what Hari Krishnan wanted. "21 balls, 42 for Hari Krishnan. What a strike rate. He's going on with the blaze. Started slowly, but now he's firing up. Taken it, spot on. What does it do? Yes, umpire again with some exercise. Says that it's gone full enough. Over the extra cover. MT Nitish using his experience in bigger stages has gone for 6 as well. So one more hit away from a team count of 200. Pulls it, but not good enough. Just picks one. Strike with the danger man. He's a troublemaker, definitely. Terrific nightmare for the bowlers in the last couple of overs. It's all happening from Hari Krishnan's end, but now, and this over, look at that 6 from MT Nitish. Nitish 20 from just 8 balls and 42 from 21 for Hari. It's a throw that plucks the bails, comes dancing down the floor. That's a way back to the stands. MT Nitish run out, 195 for 4.
It's a throw.
ഇന്നത്തെ രണ്ടാം മത്സരത്തിൽ നിലവിലെ ചാമ്പ്യന്മാരായ വിജയ ബാങ്ക് ബാംഗ്ലൂരു സ്വാന്റൺ CC എറണാകുളം ടീമിനെ നേരിടുന്നു. ഇന്നത്തെ രണ്ടാം മത്സരത്തിൽ നിലവിലെ ചാമ്പ്യന്മാരായ വിജയ ബാങ്ക് ബാംഗ്ലൂർ സ്വാന്റൺ CC ടീമിനെ നേരിടുന്നു. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the SD College ground. Allepey Cricket Club is going on with a terrific duty, hosting All India T20 for the Allepey Cup in memory of G. Bhuvaneshwaran. Powered by Gokulam Group of Companies. In comes a player, Enam Sharafuddin, the player for MRF Face Foundation. Stuck on some way. Lubais. 1 to go. 4 runs away from 200. It's the last chance for the batsman. In comes Vaibhav Arora for the Malik Sports Delhi. Strike batsman. It's Hari. Another short ball, Hari Krishnan, and that's a wide call. You have to rebowl it, Vaibhav Arora. Trying to stews here. Yes, that brings up another wicket with a run out. Definitely the newcomer shot for the in might be. Yes, whatever it is. That brings up the end to the first innings. 197 for 5. Muthoot ECC.
Through the fields, somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള 1 കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 1 കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells began to chime. In time, she said, there's no turning back. Keep your eyes on the tracks and through the fields. Somehow there's blue. Time will tell. She'll see us through.
ഒരേയൊരു കരസ്പർശം, സംതൃപ്തിയുള്ള ഒരു കോടി പുഞ്ചിരി. ശ്രീ ഗോകുലം ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്പനീസ് പുഞ്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കോടി കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ്.
Turning on the grain again. The bells